Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5 Minute Focus episode 1166 The Call. You might notice that I did 1167 yesterday. Yeah, I keep skipping numbers and I don't know why the hell I'm doing that. Old and broken. Anyway, the call. Are you answering the call? Authors generally hear that deep within saying, you need to write this book. And then after you've written the book, you realize, I have 10 more ideas. So you need to write that next book. And then you need to write that story over here. And then you need to write your passion project. And then all of that. Are you answering the call? If you are, that's the deep seated need to write. And a lot of us have it. If you think, hey, I can write a book and it's easy, but is it really? No, it's not. And you'll find that out if you start writing, and you'll realize that, hey, this isn't for me. It looked like easy money, but it really isn't. So that's the call. Yes, you can make money in this business if you act like a professional and you embrace the craft, as in writing a great story, and then you put it in the right reader's hands. That's it. That's all you got to do. But there's a lot of moving parts in there, and the call, that's the deep-seated need to write. That is where you're going to find your sources of inspiration. That's where you're going to sit in the chair and write, even though you may not necessarily feel like it. That's where you're going to do the hard work of writing and feel rewarded while doing it. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge for those who aren't answering the call. Did you have a grandmother or grandfather who was exceptionally gifted at certain things, but they just never seemed to do them? That was a different era where you had to do the family thing. You had to do this other thing. You couldn't explore also what was deep within you that you really wanted to do, that you felt like you needed to do. So instead, you did these other things and just never made the most of yourself. So that's the grandparents. And I'm old, so my grandparents were, my grandfather was actually born in 1897. So think about that. What did they do? They provided for their family. That was it. That's everything they did, was provide for their families. What did they really like to do? Did they like some kind of ancillary hobby or side gig that could have blossomed into something greater? We'll never know. But this is a different era. And I'm able to talk to people around the world right here from a kitchen in Illinois, the greater suburbs of Wisconsin, I call it, because we're in cheese curd country. The call, answering the call. When you're answering it, when you're writing, does it provide solace at a subconscious level? And as only you can know if it does that. Do you feel it deep within? And if you are answering the call, even if you put out that first book, second book, third book, and there's no sales, still, congratulations, you're answering the call. Or are you refusing the call? Well, no, I really need to do this. I need to get out and do this other thing, and realize that that's providing you no gratification, no satisfaction. The world needs creators. Creators, artists, authors, and authors are considered artists, which is crazy because I never consider myself an artist, but an author, a storyteller. Sometimes it is art, and it's word art. But anyway, that's I still answer the call. I'm going to write as soon as I'm done here because I like it, and I want to get this next story done. I'm also completion motivated. I've got to get it done. So don't regret not giving yourself a chance. If you feel like writing, write. And if you have 5 minutes, you can write. This is the world of today. You can write on your phone. You can write on a computer. You can write on a tablet of paper. Anywhere you can dictate. I could dictate to my watch, for Pete's sake. Well, once it's charged, it's kind of ran out this morning. All of those things to get that story down, to capture it, to answer the call. If you have the call as an author, then feed it. Make sure you let your subconscious run crazy, and you're going to feel that solace, feel that warmth when you're answering the call, when you're writing, because you need to. So many people don't say, oh, it'd be neat if it'd be neat. Is it neat because you think there's revenue at the end? It'd be neat because you think you're going to get glory and glamour and all that stuff. Look at me, I'm in a t-shirt. I did take a shower this morning though, so look at my hair. My hair is nice and clean. Don't recognize the humor? Come on, people. Come on. I know it's, what time is it? Oh, 4 a.m. So, okay, maybe you're not up yet, but I've had my coffee and I'm good to go. Answering the call. Write that story if you want to write that story and you're compelled. And if you want to write the next story without knowing how that first story is going to resonate at all, then you know you've got what it takes to be a professional author and actually make a living from answering the call. And that is a great thing. Peace, fellow humans.